What happens when a cheerful morning show chat suddenly turns into a full-blown confrontation that no one saw coming? Kelly Clarkson, one of the most beloved voices in music, stepped onto the set of Today with Jenna and Friends expecting a relaxed and fun interview. What she got instead was a tense exchange that left the entire studio silent and ended with her walking off the set. If you want to see how a harmless question spiraled into complete chaos, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below telling us what you think really happened here. Now, let's get into it. The morning began like any other at the Today Show studio. Kelly Clarkson arrived with her usual energy and warmth, that genuine friendliness she's known for. She greeted Jenna Hager and the other hosts, Hoda Kotb and Savannah Guthrie, with smiles and hugs. The audience was buzzing with excitement. Kelly had just released new music, and everyone was eager to hear about her creative process, her kids, and of course her popular talk show. The cameras started rolling, and everything seemed perfect. Jenna began with enthusiasm. "Kelly, we are so thrilled to have you here. You look incredible, and there's so much to discuss. Your new album is getting amazing reviews." Kelly smiled brightly, settling into the couch. "Thank you so much. I'm really proud of this one. It's been a journey, you know. Really digging deep and allowing myself to be open in ways I hadn't been before." Savannah leaned forward, nodding. "You can hear that honesty in the music. There's a rawness to it. Many people are saying this is your most personal album yet. Can you talk about what inspired that change?" Kelly took a breath, clearly ready to open up. "Well, I think when you go through big life changes, and I've had my fair share, you start to see things differently. You stop worrying so much about what people might think, and you just let yourself feel everything, the good and the bad, the messy parts. This album is me not hiding anymore." The audience clapped, and Hoda smiled warmly. "That takes real courage, Kelly, and your fans have been so loyal through everything." "They really have," Kelly said softly. "I wouldn't be here without them. They've seen me at my highest and lowest points, and they've never left my side. That means the world to me." Jenna, who had been listening carefully, shifted in her seat. "Speaking of support, there's been a lot of discussion lately about how women in the industry support one another, or sometimes don't. You've worked with many amazing female artists over the years. Do you feel like there's true sisterhood in the music business, or is it more competitive than people think?" Kelly's expression changed slightly, a flicker of something more cautious crossing her face. "I think it depends. I've had great experiences with women who really want to lift each other up. But I'd be lying if I said it's always like that. There's a lot of pressure, and that can lead to competition or tension," Savannah added. "That's interesting. Because there was that moment a few years back at an awards show where you and another artist seemed to have a bit of a cold interaction. People still talk about it online. Was there actually tension there, or was that just the media exaggerating?" The energy in the studio shifted instantly. Kelly's smile became tighter. "I think people often read too much into things. We're all human. Not every moment is going to be this big friendly exchange, especially when cameras are everywhere and everyone's tired." Jenna wasn't ready to drop it. "But you can understand why people were curious, right? You both were up for the same award, and there were rumors about the producers. Social media went wild." Kelly's jaw tightened slightly. "Social media goes wild about everything, Jenna. That doesn't mean there's a real story there." Hoda, sensing the rising tension, tried to change direction. "Let's talk about your show, Kelly. You've created such a positive, fun environment. What's been your favorite moment so far?" But Jenna wasn't finished. She had that look journalists get when they think they've struck something deeper. "Before we move on, I just think it's important to be honest about these things. Women supporting women is a huge topic right now, and you have such a big platform. Don't you think being open about those challenges could help other women in the business?" Kelly's demeanor shifted completely. The warmth was gone, replaced by something more serious. "I am open, Jenna. I talk about real issues all the time. What I don't do is feed into gossip or let people twist things into drama that doesn't exist. There's a difference between being honest and being used for clicks." The room fell quiet. Savannah and Hoda glanced at each other. The audience didn't know where to look. Jenna, clearly caught off guard but trying to stay calm, pressed on. I don't think asking about your relationships with other artists is gossip. It's a fair question about an industry you're part of. Kelly leaned forward slightly, her voice calm but firm. No, what you're doing is trying to get me to confirm a story that isn't true. You want me to feed into some rivalry narrative because that's what gets people talking. But I'm not doing that. I've spent too many years being compared to other women, and I'm done with it. Jenna's face reddened. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to have a real conversation about something people are interested in. Kelly shot back. People are interested because outlets keep pushing those stories. You're sitting here on live television asking me to explain a 2-second moment from years ago. Why? What purpose does that serve except to stir things up? Savannah tried to step in. Kelly, I think what Jenna's trying to say is... I know exactly what she's trying to say, Kelly interrupted, her voice rising a little. And I'm telling you all I'm not interested in playing this game. I came here to talk about my work, my life, my music, not to be grilled about made-up drama that no one involved even cares about anymore. The tension was thick. Hoda tried again gently. Maybe we should take a quick break. But Jenna cut her off, frustration showing. Kelly, with all due respect, you're being defensive about a simple question. If there's nothing there, why get so upset? Kelly's eyes flashed. Because I'm tired, Jenna. I'm tired of being put in situations where no matter what I say, it gets twisted. If I respond, I'm feeding drama. If I don't, I'm called defensive. It's a no-win situation. Nobody's trying to make you look bad, Jenna insisted. Kelly stood up slightly. This isn't a conversation anymore. This is you trying to get a reaction out of me. The studio froze. Camera operators looked to the producers for direction. Jenna stood too, her composure slipping. Maybe if you weren't so guarded all the time, people wouldn't feel the need to ask these questions. You talk about being vulnerable in your songs, but you can't handle one question about other artists? Kelly gave a sharp, humorless laugh. I've been nothing but open. I've talked about my divorce, my struggles, my insecurities, but I get to choose what I share and when. I don't owe anyone every part of my life just because I'm famous. Savannah tried to mediate, physically moving between them. Okay, let's take a breath here. Kelly didn't stop. No, I want to know, what exactly do you think I owe you, Jenna? What do you think I should be sharing that I'm not? Jenna crossed her arms. I think if you call yourself a supporter of women, you should be willing to have honest conversations about the hard parts too. Not just the easy ones. Supporter of women? Kelly repeated incredulously. I've never said I'm anyone's champion. I'm just a woman trying to live my life. And part of that is setting limits. That's not being fake, that's being healthy. Hoda moved closer. Ladies, please, we have an audience here. Kelly turned to her. What, Hoda? Pretend this didn't happen? Smile and move on to a cooking segment? I'm not doing that. Fine, Jenna said. Let's have it out. You only want to talk about things your way on your show. When someone else asks something tough, you shut down. Kelly's face flushed. That's not true, and you know it. There's a difference between setting boundaries and avoiding the truth. You came into this interview with an agenda. I came here wanting an honest talk, Jenna snapped. But you can't handle that unless you're in control. The audience gasped. Savannah tried to calm things down, but Jenna pulled away from her touch. We're journalists, Kelly. If you can't handle real questions, maybe you shouldn't be doing press. Savannah whispered. I'm really sorry. Kelly, this isn't what we wanted. I believe you, Kelly said softly. But it happened. And I have to take care of myself, because no one else here will. Jenna finally looked uncertain. Maybe I pushed too hard. Maybe I should have backed off. I wasn't trying to hurt you, Kelly. I was just doing my job. Kelly met her gaze. Your job is to have conversations, Jenna, not interrogations. A good interviewer knows when to stop pushing. You didn't, and now you have your moment. I hope it was worth it. Silence filled the room. Jenna didn't respond. Hoda spoke carefully. Where does this leave us, Kelly? You and the show? Kelly exhaled, her shoulders lowering. I don't know, Hoda. Right now, I'm just angry and disappointed. Maybe one day we can talk about it properly. But not today. With that, Kelly handed her mic to a crew member, gave Hoda a small, sad smile, and walked off the set as the studio remained completely silent.